Well, that's part of why I like watching penguins, because he goes on there and just totally rips. I guess it's a good starting area, though.
Killing style even says so.
Taylor, Immortals.
It's like, there's a hooker. Let's run her down with my car. Also, there's not as many hookers as there used to be. There's not as many hookers as there used to be. It used to be a lot more fun to kill them. Now that... Yeah. The muscleheads.
We need to deal with that turret.
Well, you know the thing that carries you, the gondola that carries you up that, no, the gun, yeah. They're like the gondola will be here soon. Well, I like hanging around up there and just like waiting for tourists to come up and then killing them. I was like, fuck the tourists, who cares? Well, cause they're just standing there with their bikes. It's like, you're on a mountain, where the fuck are you gonna go? And then if you kill them fast enough, then you don't have to worry about the cops giving you a hassle. Giving you a hassle. I didn't know that was a verb, but it is now.
Got 54I reinforcements inbound.
I know that's what's the best about it. Well, actually, the cops did find me this one time. I was trying to escape on one of the mountain bikes, and the cops were like, "Who the fuck is this prick?" And I was like, "Oh, it's me." And then I fell off the mountain.
Please.
There's a cemetery near Michael's house. I didn't know there was a cemetery near Michael's house. This is news to me. Okay. Oh, fuck. I mean... who the fuck are these people? Oh, fuck. Fuck! Oh, is it? Oh, that would be why I can't find it. You know all this information, I just kind of free roam. Like if shit happens, I don't know it. I just kind of run around like an idiot with its head chopped off. What happens, happens. Which game? Oh, that would be fucking awesome. Although if anybody would, it would be Trevor. Like that guy whose head he stomped in. I don't know, Michael can be pretty scary. He might do it. No, like, I think you were the person trying to talk to me about it, and I was like, I didn't know this was the fucking thing. Scientology. Yeah. Oh, I thought that was... well, you brought it up, so maybe I thought it was you. Damn, why was I never invited to watch? Why? Are they like, you can't enter unless you're naked? Like, only naked people allowed? They're what? Only naked people allowed, that's the rule. Take off all your clothes before you enter. Ew, they're not even hot. Excuse me. Thanks, don't mind me just sneezing on here. Normal people things. Oh my god, I was sneezing so much yesterday. which doesn't make any sense because it was really rainy where I live yesterday. So you would figure with all the rain that my allergies wouldn't be as bad, but I was fucking dying. I'm just over here. I finally got past the turret, and so far my stream is up. Nobody's watching it, but it is up, so I mean I'm doing slightly better.
Whoa, get out of the way!
It is up.
Tracking enemy units to Cloud Mountain. Sending to
I don't really know how that works. Fuck. I don't understand how anything on PlayStation works, honestly. Like, the stream setup is honestly kind of shit. I play, like, non-stop on my days off. Why not? I'm a fucking nerd. Whenever I schedule them. Because with agency work, you call them and you're like, hey, I can work this day. Hey, I'm free on blah 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 day. Yeah, and then they're like, well, do you want to work at this place? And I'm like, sure, why the fuck not? Fuck. No, I'm not qualified for that shit. I'm just a CNA. So essentially my job is to, like, I'm a CNA, I'm a nurse's assistant. So, like, my job is to, like, feed people, get them in bed, bathe them, all that fun, juicy stuff. Yeah, like, the nurses, mainly, wherever I go, you don't see them doing very much. Like, you see them, like, passing pills, and that's about it. Yeah, pretty much. Which is why, in my opinion, I should get paid better than I do. Fuck no. I mean, agency equates to more money than non-agency aides, but it's still pretty shit. Yeah, but as long as it's not, like, inappropriate or something, you're fine. Well, like... Where does it sound like I'm from? Of course... Yes, very obviously the United States. I don't sound like British or anything. What the fuck? I was about to say I sound like I'm from a Hispanic area. A mainly Spanish-speaking station. I'm from the Midwest. Yes, sadly so. Like, when people find out where I'm from, they're like, where's your little red shoes? And I'm like, that's fucking cliche, stop. I mean, yeah. Hey, at least New England has, like, decently sized cities, though. Not so much in Kansas, it's pretty much a shithole all around. I mean, just like where I live in a small town, so all of our streets suck. Well, that's like... no, I didn't know you could.
The robots should be able to get
Well, I had it for the system downstairs, and I beat it downstairs, but my PlayStation is in my room, so I didn't play it for a while, so I just rebought it because I forgot that I had it on that system. I knew my brother had it on the Xbox, so I just bought it fairly recently and started re-messing around with it. Like, I've tattooed all the boys.
Will bring it down.
Yeah, and I always put Franklin in the classiest of suits. Like he looks like a fucking box. I mean not box, boss. Why the fuck would he look like a box? What does that even mean? He's a whore. He'll take it from anything. Motorbike or mountain bike? I'm just getting shot at by a fucking machine thing. Don't mind me. Don't shoot at me, guys. I'm your pal. I swear we've been besties this whole time. Yeah. Fuck.
We don't have the firepower to fight these things!
It's heavily armored, but it's not bulletproof. Your weapons will bring it down.
What the fuck? Oh. Well, have you done the weird pothead mission? Smoke the shit with the aliens and shit, and then the clowns. I died so many fucking times. Oh, I beat it without using health cheats. It took me a few tries, but I did figure it out without using any cheats. So I mean, proud moment for me there. Franklin was like, this is weak shit, and the guy was like, don't you see aliens or clowns? And he was like, nah, man, you crazy. I don't like that guy. And then I got him the weed and shit, and he never called me, and then I went to the meeting, and he wasn't fucking there, and I guess that was the end of that storyline. Scientology's fucking weird. Nothing to do with Oxford? What? Oh, okay, yeah. Well, you know why they call it that, right? It makes people think that it's for smart people. They're like, smart people did a study on it, that's how you know it's real. And then you're like, no, it's fucking not. Scientology as a whole is fucking weird. I just shot myself in the face on accident. LOL. It's like, yes, I have that kind of money just sitting around. Chump change. I know, right? Like, all these rich celebrity people are part of it for a reason. They're the only people who can afford it. That would be awkward as shit, and I will have no part. Nah, I'll just ignore him. I love my vitamins. Vitamins, apparently that's how you say that word. Fucking water fountains? We're not weirdos. Like, why is it a bubbler? Why is that what you people call that? You're like, you guys are just like, yeah, let me go grab a drink from the bubbler. Sounds like you want to blow some fucking bubbles. You're like, yeah, gotta help. I gotta check into my bubble addiction. I've heard that joke before. This isn't new. You got my hopes up. I feel heartbroken. That's like an old joke too. I know, but it's just like you got me all excited for nothing. That's okay. You want to hear a dad joke? I was watching Kratos tells dad jokes, and this was one. What is brown and sticky? Yes. And then in God... Do you have God of War? Well, there's this part where Atreus fucks up, and he goes, I'm sorry, and Kratos goes, do not be sorry, be better. They went over in it and they said, hi, sorry, I'm Dad. Yes. But yeah. They got the voice of Kratos to do dad jokes. Made my life. Maybe? I can't imagine SpongeBob cursing. Blasphemy. It's blasphemy. That's what it is. I know, right? That would make his life so much easier. Like, no more dealing with clinginess. None of that shit.
Located on the top floor.
Guess we're going up. Spread out.
Ugh. This fucking mission. Yeah. And it seemed like super cringy. I was about to say they've been going on for a while now, cause I couldn't believe they brought it back. Like, they stopped it for a while and then they brought it back, and I was over here like, no, just there was a break a few years ago, and then they brought it back and they like changed some of the body shapes, but just a little bit, like, you know, like not a ton, because heaven forbid. But I remember it was like a thing. Yeah. Well, and then you go back and like there was this picture side by side. It's like what they looked like when I was younger versus what they look like now. And I'm just over here like, damn, the change. Nobody ever told me this. I feel deceived. Of fucking course I did. Kid Next Door. They were the bomb diggity. The original Teen Titans, not Teen Titans Go, that show is shit. It was fucking awesome. Of course, classic. Ralph was my favorite. I don't know, it was like a weird mix between like Russian and like Nordic. Like, who knows where he was from? Yes, that show was... Oh, and the Misadventures of Flapjack was dark as shit. I don't know why they got rid of Chowder. Well, now they're just rebooting everything, like Powerpuff Girls. I watched that when I was like 6. I think is when they ended that. And they brought it back and it's total crap. Like, they added a sister and... It was only going to be 1 season. Like, it was just like a, I guess, a tying up of things. Lyoko, was that a Disney show? I loved Code Lyoko, that shit was awesome. I did throw a frag in there. I think it was on, it wasn't Disney, but it was on like the channel that was like all the kind of nerdy techie stuff, like Digimon was on it. Like, you know how Disney has that separate channel for that kind of thing? Yeah, maybe that was it. Kim Possible. You're in the sweet life. Do do do. I did watch that. Kim Possible's the best. I still watch that shit. You can look it up on YouTube. Do 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 do. What's the sitch, Wade? You and me got a lot to see, so come on down.
They're uploading directly to a public server. Every single piece of intel on those drives will go straight to the CDP.
What the fuck?
We have to take her down.
Of course, have you... keep it up, I'm cool. Want to be best friends, I'm YouTuber 9K. I hope you get 1 million. I love your work. Somebody commented, I feel so special now.
Kane, we're locked out of the command console. Options.
It's a biometric reader. Scan her hand.
Rhode Island terms? What the fuck is Rhode Island terms?
Secondary input? What the fuck is that?
Oh.
Heads up.
Fucking
Reinforcements moving on
the
your
fuck.
position.
2 inputs must be interchangeable for both siblings.
Can't be serious.
Like, somebody else was... I remember I recently had a discussion
We're out of time
with a group of people that were discussing this. I was part of some conversation. And they were like, yeah, I have bubblers. And I was like, the fuck is a bubbler? And they're like, that's what we call water fountains. I'm like, why? I think you guys must be from the same region.
Okay, Hendricks. Interface with the console. I need you to use your DNI as a conduit.
Well, it's like,
for transfer.
apparently this is,
Trust me, okay?
in the Midwest we eat puppy chow. And I guess that's not an all over the United States thing. Puppy chow?
Better not mess up my brain, Kane.
I won't.
It's like the best thing ever. It's Chex Mix, but not Chex Mix, the little white squares, you know? It's those, and you cover them with melted chocolate, and then there's powdered sugar on top. Well, you can buy them, and they're called Muddy Buddies, but growing up, you know, kids would take them to class and shit. What the fuck? The fuck is a cabinet? Hit me up with a cabinet. I just love a good cabinet.
Download at 20%.
Shit! They're blowing out the damn window!
So ziplining in from the VTOL.
Awful give you a heart attack. Let's see. I know there's sprinkles. No. That makes it sound like you're putting people on your ice cream. Give me a Jimmy. We put... We eat a lot of fucking ranch. That's our thing. Like, I could put ranch on anything. Ope is apparently a... Yeah, cheese pizza, you dip it. And it's delicious. It's so good. Goddamn, I died. But no, you should seriously try it. Well, cause I'm not all that fond of tomatoes because they're so acidic.
More hostiles from the hallway! Covering!
So I dip it in there and then it covers up some of the overwhelming tomato taste. Cause like I don't mind tomato sauce, but I cannot stand like straight up plain tomato. It's disgusting. Ugh. The texture is the worst.
More hostiles from the hallway!
Fuck me, I died. Well, apparently in the Midwest, this term is called ope. Like, if you walk into somebody, you'll be like, oh, my bad.
Download at 60%. Hang on.
OPE. Somebody was like, that's a very Midwestern thing, and I was like, since fucking when? Like, I thought that was just a person thing. Quahog, Rhode Island. My name is Peter Griffin. I mean, it fucking might. Well, I mean, I always get asked about Toto, my little black dog. It's like, yes, you guessed it, everybody in Kansas just has a dog named that. Or they'll start singing Journey. Just a small town girl. It's like, fuck you. Yes, that's the only song in our vast area of knowledge. Ew. Clam chowder is good, but I don't know if I want them steamed. I said clam chowder is good, but I don't know if I want to eat, like, steamed clams. I think I'm good. Well, I'm a picky fucking eater, so... What the fuck? A casino... You're just like... You're just like, let's hang out at the casino. I'm like, fuck? What? Well, like, I mean, there's different things. Like, you could have a hoagie or you could have a sub. Like, they're not the same thing. Like, I don't know. I guess it's like a different size. I've never understood that. But, like, I do know that they're different things. Fucking get out of here! Trying to kill this bitch. What the fuck is a Cumbies? Sounds inappropriate. Ow. Do you guys have Casey's gas stations? It's a gas station called Casey's. I've heard of those. I've never tried them. I don't really want to, but I do know it's a thing. Well, I feel like that's a lot like cornbread. They sound like they're very similar to cornbread.
Download complete. Exfil transport is inbound.
Yeah, like I know cornbread is made from cornmeal. I don't like onions or mustard. Celery salt? What the fuck is celery salt? Like, I've heard of celery salt, like what is it though? That doesn't sound inappropriate at all. It's like, yeah, I'm real good at eating these foot-long wieners. Well, it's like ballpark franks are always bigger than, like, hot dogs. Well, I work, there's this one place specifically that I work at a lot, and this one lady who's like 50s-ish, she's from Boston, and it's hilarious because we have these lifts called Hoyers, and she's like, "Bring me the Hoya." It's like, that's not how you say that word. No, but my name is Morgan, right? So you would assume that considering she doesn't pronounce the R in Hoyer, she wouldn't pronounce the R in Morgan, but she does. So it's very odd for me.
Job done. Now get the hell out of there. We'll review that data when you get back to the safe house.
Yeah, she's like, "Bring me the Hoya," and I'm like, "What? You want the what now? That's not a thing." Fucking climb that bridge. Not bridge, that's a window.
Ready Z-tracks.
We got it coming.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard that, but we don't call it that. We just say to take a U. Of course, I know in, like, I don't know if this is a thing up there, but I know in specific areas in Kansas, this is one of my biggest pet peeves because I fucking hate it. Roundabouts.
Tertiary protocol. Echo 3.
Confirmed. Proceed to marker.
They're fucking terrible.
You're going to have to hijack one of their
Like,
boats.
especially over in Topeka, there's a whole bunch of them all over the fucking place. And I'm like, why? Why is this so fucking necessary? This doesn't need to be a thing.
Keep going. Just get the hell out of there.
I mean,
Tree on the far end has dock access. Go.
Can't wait.
where I live, the biggest city is like 1 million, so I mean everything other than anything that size is a city to me. You're what? I doubt that. I thought you guys had bigger... I don't know. Well, there's the New England Patriots, so you would think that you... I don't know, I said you guys have the Patriots, so you would think... Fuck. There I go. Fucking things up.
Pick a path and move.
Sorry. Wow, that's fucking terrible. What the fuck do you people do? But don't you... I don't know, don't you guys have, like... Do you really, though? I mean... Even Kansas has more... Even Kansas has more shit than that.
Taking exterior. Hendricks, move inside.
I mean, pretty
Overwatch
much,
shows
yeah.
54 eyes ziplining to your position with
Like, there's,
talent and
like-
support.
That leading tree is our way out. Move.
well, I mean, I live in the middle of fucking nowhere, so I don't live in a city. I live in a small town. It's an hour's drive to get to any.
Don't let that race lock on!
What the fuck? 3 stories? I've never been to a Mall of America, but I know it's big. I've heard of Jamba Juice, but I've never been to a Jamba Juice. That's not a thing where I live. We have tons of Starbucks for some reason, though. Like, if you want coffee, I mean, we have scooters and Starbucks. We got all your options. It's essentially Starbucks, but in my opinion, tastier. Because their frozen coffees are sweeter, while still maintaining coffee taste. We do not have that. A second Sonic, ooh. There's even a Sonic in my town, and we're small as shit. Our population is like 10,000 where I live. That's pretty much like where I live. You're like related to fucking everybody. Like the dating pool here is minimal. Especially, you know, like, you know how it's like bros over hoes and shit. So you know how like bros over hoes is a thing? Well, here it's like, it's such a small town, it's like you can't date your friend's ex. But it's like, if you can't date your friend's ex, who can you date? Because that's all that's left available. It's either your friend's exes or your cousins. In your city? Yeah, you're like 8 times the size of where I live. So no wonder you have decent shit. My town is like 10,000 people. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing here but a river and farms. Shit. Well, I mean, you live in a bigger place than I do. Now that I know that, you have shit to do. I don't even have a movie theater. Yeah, we don't have that.
Let's go.
Yeah, see, we don't have any of that. You know what we have? We have cows. Actually, that would take a lot more work than people might be led to believe. I've never attempted it, but it would take a lot of work.
No plan D?
Also, they stink. They don't smell very good. Literally.
Kane, get us out of here. This place is an inferno.
Get to the elevators. Use your Z-Pack to access the sky deck.
Kane, get us out of here. This place is an inferno.
Get to the elevators. Use your Z-Pack to access the sky deck.
We have cows. Oh gosh, you're one of those. How do you go country line dancing in a place that big? No, I didn't. I wasn't saying wannabe. I mean one of those people who enjoys line dancing. Even where I live, we don't do that. I mean, some people do, but not really. No. I don't do any form of dancing. I'm too white. I was born with 2 left feet. I mean, I probably know somebody who's
Stay with it. I'm getting you out of here.
kind of into it, but... At me right there. I'm fancy, but not too fancy. Ah, we don't even have that. We do have Chili's.
Kane, we've reached the airboats.
Copy that. Overwatch has Immortals swarming your position. You guys get on the turrets, I'll drive.
Mm.
You better drive fast, Kane.
We don't have that either. We don't really have anything where I live. Sleep. If I can afford the gas, I'd drive to Kansas City and roam the mall. It depends on where you're going. Like, closest place to you, like an hour. But depending on what mall you're going to and all that, like an hour 30. Yep. Welcome to my life.
On it. Hang on.
Told you. I live in the middle of butt fuck nowhere. That is my life.